on it a little bit.
It's a very disappointing result for us as a team because we expect to win a game like that. We managed to score 2 goals in the beginning, and
topic, and I think a lot of people have different opinions about it. So it'll be interesting to get everyone's opinions on it.
Yeah. So Sesame Street Kid, we're good, and I think Sesame Street, I can see you already putting some opinion in. So I think Sam, maybe we just start with the interview. And
Yeah.
have you seen this interview?
I couldn't believe
I
it.
saw it. Yeah, I saw it.
It's a very disappointing result for us as a team because we expect
Alright.
to win a game like that.
All right, I'll play this interview.
Yeah, play it.
Because I think it's important for the people to see. People are quoting and making sensational headlines. So I think it's important to see. But yeah, let's put the volume up a little bit. Let's see here, and then let's just play this, guys, and you can watch along.
But it's a very disappointing result for us as a team.
It's Mo Salah after the defeat.
Like that.
After the draw to
Leeds,
Leeds,
3-3, and
Leeds United.
and game was going all
Tanaka
direction,
scored a last-minute goal.
And I think we
Great
consider
scenes.
silly goals.
Great scenes.
Same as we did before. While I'm
saying we conceded silly goals.
I'm not. Nobody can take it. I'm attacking my teammates or something because I'm on the bench. But we consider the same silly goals as we did before. So we have to just try to keep the clean sheet and win games.
So you couldn't believe it. What couldn't you believe?
I'm sitting on the bench for 90 minutes. I think that's the third time I'm in the bench. I think it's my first time in my career, but I'm very disappointed. I'm very, very disappointed, to be fair. I have done so much for this club. Everybody can see that during the years and especially last season. Sitting on the bench, I don't know why. Seems like a club is throwing me under the bus. That's how I feel it. I think it's very clear that someone wants me to get all the blame. The club promised me.
This is the most interesting stuff he's saying. It's clear that someone wants me to get the blame. The club promised me in the summer. This is very. You don't hear players say this on camera, especially big players. Like Salah, who's a legend at Liverpool. This is actually, you got to wonder, interviews like this, it might lose his legend status a bit.
That's the thing. That's the thing. It'll be interesting. Obviously, Sesame, who's in the chat, he's a Liverpool fan himself, so it'll be interesting to see what Liverpool fans think of the situation as well. And are they on Team Salah? Are they on Team Slot? So yeah, I think there'll be a lot of different opinions on this, but for sure it can. He says the club's thrown him under the bus, but to be fair, he's thrown himself under the firing line straight away with that interview.
Yeah, I'm not sure what was going through his head, but he was not happy. But let's see. Let's keep playing it.
To me to get all the blame. The club promised me in the summer for a lot of promises and nothing. So far, I'm in the bench 3 games, so I can say that they keep the promise. And I said that many times before. I had a good relationship with the manager, and out of the sudden, we don't have any relationship. I don't know why. It seems to me, how I see it, it's someone doesn't want me in the club. But again, this club I always supported.
To publicly say that, you're not talking to the manager. They're not really talking. That's pretty. Yeah, you don't say those things.
100%. You never. You're like, that's the. Yeah, well, once you out the manager in public, it's a long way. You're on a downhill kind of road from there.
It's a long road back. And then Sesame saying both Salah and Slot are wrong. I don't know where Slot is wrong in this. He hasn't come out and said anything, has he? Well, I mean, he's just said, what has he said? Salah just has to work for his place, just kind of that kind of standard stuff. So, but my kids will always support Liverpool. But yeah, go on.
That's the thing, though. He hasn't been performing. If everyone's honest, everyone can see this season he has not been performing. He hasn't been at his best. And obviously, so when you have a player of that kind of stature and that, he, at the end of the day, he's a Premier League legend. He's done it consistently on a number of years. Scored so many important goals for Liverpool and just been a key player. So he feels like he's been made to be like the scapegoat. He feels like his teammates, they ain't been performing well. None of them are getting dropped, or none of them are out of the team. Whereas he feels like, why is it just him? Why is he the one that's been made to be, the problem, the scapegoat? So I can see it from his side. I genuinely can, because when you got a player like that who's done so much for the club, I feel like you have to. Yes, you treat players all equally, but at the same time, there's certain players that they've earned that kind of respect just over the years, and he's probably one of those players that has earned it. Especially as he'll go down as a Liverpool legend. So I think, could Slot have dealt with the situation a little bit better? Yes. Should Salah have come out and done this publicly? Probably not. No. So I can see both sides, to be honest. I can see both sides. I don't know. What's your opinion on it, Nick?
I think it's one of those, like, yeah, I don't know where the situation will go. I don't think Slott's the type of manager either that if you kind of get the wrong side of him, that he's going to just completely dismiss you from the squad. I feel like that's maybe something that, I don't know, Alex Ferguson would do, or like a really hardline manager. I'm trying to think who else, like who else is one of those real, there's no way back in. Maybe Pep, maybe.
Yeah, Pep, Mourinho. Well, some of the top managers. But I would say, for me as a player, if I'm looking at it from Salah as a player, I'm thinking, what's going on behind the scenes? So like all these games, Salah's getting benched. If I was Salah, what I would want from the manager is, pull me aside day before, whenever you're naming the team, let me know before you tell the squad, the team. Let me know that, listen, I'm going to be benching you this game. I don't feel like your performance has been at a level recently. So I'm just going to be, putting you on the bench for this game. And as a player, you respect the manager a lot more when he does that, Whereas if he's just naming the team, he hasn't even spoke to Salah once. I think that's when, as a player, and especially a player of Mo Salah's stature, I think that's when it can go the other way, which it's clearly shown it has.
Yeah. Because a player like that demands, respect, right? Because of all the contribution he's made to the club as well. But yeah, you don't know. Maybe behind the scenes it's happened. You never know. You never know. But let's keep watching the rest of this and see where it leads.
It seems to me, how I see it, it's someone doesn't want to be in the club. But again, this club, I always support it. My kids will always support it. I love the club so much, and I will always do. Now I called my mom yesterday because I knew you guys didn't know that I'm gonna start or not, but I knew. I called my mom and dad yesterday. I told them, come to Brighton game. It doesn't matter if I play or not. I'm gonna enjoy it. We'll see what's gonna happen, but in my head, I'm going to enjoy that game if I played or not, if I'm in the bench or not, because I don't know what's gonna happen now. So I'm just gonna be in Anfield, say goodbye to the fans. I'm going to Africa Cup. Because I don't know what's gonna happen when I'm there.
What do you do with the situation now, Mohamed?
It's not acceptable for me, to be fair. Like, I don't know why that's happening always to me. Like, I don't get it. I think if I'm somewhere else, every club will protect his player. I don't know why I'm in that situation now. But again, it's how I see it now. It's like you throw Mo under the bus because he's a problem in the team now. But I don't think I'm the problem. I have done so much for this club to get the respect I want to get. And I don't have to go every day fighting for my position because I earn it. People will say,
That's a big statement to make from a big pro, a big player, to say that.
Yeah, like, I think that statement there saying, I don't need to go fight for my position because I've earned it over the years. I feel like, it doesn't matter, who you are, but, as a player, if you're not firing, if you're not on fire, if you're not performing, it doesn't matter how good you've been over the years, you're gonna get dropped. And so he feels a certain way, like in his head, he's undroppable. He can never be dropped. He's Mr. Liverpool. He's the main man. he shouldn't be getting dropped. So now he feels like I'm the scapegoat. They're dropping me because they think I'm the problem. This is why we're losing, because Mo Salah's not performing. Whereas I genuinely just think Slot has just dropped him and said, you know what, you haven't been performing. And you know, with your numbers, with what I know you can do on a consistent basis, you're not hitting the targets right now. You're not hitting the kind of levels that we know you can hit. But he's obviously taking it in a completely different way. Maybe it's his ego, maybe whatever it could be, but he's taking it in a completely different way. Whereas I just think he's just genuinely been dropped for his performances. But again, do you drop the main man? Do you drop the player that bails Liverpool out time and time again?
Yeah.
The player is what he finished top goal scorer, second top goal scorer last season, whatever it was. That is the question.
Yeah. But this statement, I don't have to go every day fighting for my position. It's like, it doesn't matter if you're Messi or Ronaldo or Salah, guys. I don't know if he meant to say it maybe in a different way. I don't think he genuinely thinks like this. You know, maybe it's the Arabic to English. I don't know.
I think, I'll be honest, I think he did mean it like that because as a player, especially all the top players, you know, they all have they all have a bit of ego. You have to have a little bit of ego if you want to, you know, be the best. He obviously has that, and he knows he's backed it up on the pitch over the years, so he's due to have that kind of ego. But yeah, I feel like he probably shouldn't have said that because, to be honest, there's only two players in the world of football who, in my opinion, can actually say that, and that's Messi or Ronaldo.
Oh, so you think Messi and Ronaldo have that past? They can say they've done so much for their respective countries. Their true GOAT status. That can be like Ronaldo might have 20 bad games, but he shouldn't get dropped.
Yeah, listen, two players who have done it consistently for over 15, 20 years, going Ballon d'Or for Ballon d'Or year after year. I just feel like those are the only two players that you can sit there and be like, do you know what? Yeah, fair enough. Like, and that is why those two were the best, because they would not have, I don't know, like 5 bad games in a row. They would maybe have a bad couple games, but then they'd be back to it, you know, at that level again, scoring a hat-trick or contributing to the team. Whereas Salah he's had a bad few games. It's been a number of games now where he hasn't been performing. And I think his season hasn't started. From the beginning of the season, he hasn't really kicked off. So this goes back to August when the Premier League kicked off, and he hasn't been at his best at all this season. So if you're looking at it from a performance kind of base, then I think he deserves to be dropped. But 3 games in a row on the bench, and when you need a goal, you're leaving your main man on the bench. This is where I think he feels disrespected now.
Spoken like a true brother of Salah. You know, there's some brotherly advice right now.
Because I can hear it. If I know I'm the main man of this club, cool, I haven't been performing, but you can put me on the bench, no problem. Put me on the bench. But the team needs a goal. You're not even bringing me on. You're leaving me on the bench when the team needs a goal. Like what is going on here? Like there's something else. Because if I'm a manager and I know I've got Mo Salah on the bench, yeah, cool, he hasn't been scoring, he hasn't been performing, but I know I need a goal. He's the guy that I'm going to be bringing on. So I feel like that was like the nail in the coffin for Salah, and he thought, nah, this is disrespectful. There's no way. And I just feel, you know, the heat of the moment, he just gone, and he's done what he had to do.
I couldn't believe it.
But let's see.
I earned my position. This is football. So I earned my position. This is football. So it is what it is.
When you say that about the Brighton game, you mean that possibly it could, you know, be a last game you consider your future in January, perhaps?
Yeah, in football you never know, but I don't accept the situation, to be fair. Again, I've done so much for this club.
Is that what's so frustrating for you? Because
absolutely. Last season, I'm sorry, with all the respect, I love everyone. I love Haaland.
I'll just finish with that. I love Haaland.
I
Yeah.
can't lie. Wouldn't you say the squad was built around him towards the end of Klopp's career? Of course, I feel like when Klopp was there, you could tell that that's obviously the team was built around him. But they obviously you had your Sadio Mane's, your Firmino's. That front three was unbelievable. But yeah, Salah's never been a kind of a player you look at and he's going, oh, he's unbelievable. Like he's nice on the eye. He's not that kind of player. But what he is, he's efficient. He's very effective. He will get you goals. He will get you assists. You know, and he's done it time and time again. He's a big player moment. You know, he's time and time again for Liverpool. He bails them out. He scores big goals for them, and so that's my opinion. I don't know what you guys think, chat. But what do you think? Do you think he deserves to be on the bench? Do you think, you know, slots in the right? Is Salah right to come out with the interview? What do you guys think?
Yeah, I saw a poll earlier that 80% thought, 80% thought Salah's in the wrong. So
Really?
yeah. We have Muska saying Salah is not performing because he misses Alexander-Arnold.
Maybe. And I remember there was an interview before, like early on in the season, where he was like, where, you know, they were talking about him and the new signings, and he was like, put some respect on the players that we had before, the Luis Diaz, the Darwin Núñez, you know, because they were saying, oh, you've got upgrade in Isak, Ekatike, all of these players coming in. And he was trying to say, like, put some respect on the signings that we had before, the players that we had before who'd done so much for the club. And I feel like with Salah, he needs those kind of players around him. Like, he needs the hard workers, the players that are going to run. They're going to do the doggies for him and make space for him. Like Darwin Núñez used to make so much space for Salah to score the goals because just of his movement, of just being a nuisance up there. Same with Luis Diaz, his hard work, etc. But with Ekatike and Isak, they're just goal scorers. You know, they want to score the goals. They want to be the main guy as well. So let's see what the chat is saying. If he's getting older, at least use him as an impact player. Slot's not said anything, but the way he's trying to change the way the team plays. All right, whoever spams, you're gonna get kicked out. We're gonna mute you.
It's all good with the spam. We figured out how to mute.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I think as a footballer, no footballer like wants to be on the bench, but as a footballer, you can understand and respect the manager's decision to put you on the bench if you are not performing. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. It's part of the game. Okay. But there comes a time where, okay, if I'm on the bench and we need a goal, you got to bring me on. You have to.
I feel like you just had this conversation with a coach like yesterday.
Listen, I've been on the bench before, and I know the feeling. Like, especially if your team's losing, and you're like, my God, if I come in this game, I know I can influence it. I know I can score a goal. I know I can help the team. So it's weird. It's a weird one.
You know, there's a story I have, Sam. When I played in Holland, I played in Amsterdam, and our team got to the final of the KNVB West. So it's the west of the Netherlands, the Dutch Football Association West of the Netherlands like cup final. It's a big deal. So because you get bussed to the stadium and like a lot of people there. So I was out I think for 2 weeks or something with the injury before this, and then I remember I was on the bench of the game, and the game was 0-0 after 90 minutes, and then came extra time. So it was now extra time. I could see all the players out there getting tired, and I'd only been out for like 2 weeks, so I was fit. I was still fit. I could see these players getting tired. It was a warm day, like kind of the end of season warm day, and I was like, oh, come on. I was just warming up on the sideline, like trying to get the coach's attention. You know, come on, coach. And then I had something in me. I was like, I can't stay on the bench. I know I can make an impact. And I don't know if it was the 2 weeks where I just had a lot more rest and I was way more fired up than usual. Maybe it was the cup final. But I went to the coach and I said, "You got to put me on, because I can make a difference here." And then he talked to the other coach, and they kind of just nodded their head. And anyway, 5 minutes later, I came on, and I scored a goal and made it 1-0.
That is it. Do you know what it is?
That's it.
You had that fire in your belly.
Fire.
You had that fire in your belly, and I think it's come to a point where Salah's lost that fire in the belly because he thinks like he's done so much for Liverpool, and he's earned that position, and so that fire in the belly isn't there. Whereas if he had probably reacted in a different way, and he's come on and he's just like that reaction of like, okay, cool, you want to drop me? Cool, I'm going to show you. But he hasn't had that kind of attitude towards it. He's had the opposite. He's like, you've dropped me. Like, what are you doing? Like, do you know who I am? I'm Mohamed Salah. Like, you can't drop me. Like, I'm Mr. Liverpool. So I think that's where he's gone wrong. But when you have that fire in the belly, when you get dropped and you're on the bench, when you come on, it makes a massive, massive difference. Like in your case, he should have spoken to Slot privately, not publicly disrespecting Slot. 100%. You never go and disrespect the manager in public.
Yeah.
EGs.
Brother, after this guy, can I join? I'm a co-host here. I'm just a co-host. But you can ask your question. Ask your question. I can't see your username. But
Slot and Salah title race to get sacked. Imagine, man.
The fire in the belly. Fire in the belly. I always think of that situation. It was a penalty shootout with it was Chelsea and I forget who. But then was it penalty shootout or penalty? But like Kepa refused to come off.
Yeah,
I'll never forget that.
But I think that's crazy though.
That was crazy, but they actually won the shootout, I think.
Yeah, they did.
So that was a career defining move. If that had gone wrong.
But as a keeper, like those are the moments. Like that's your moment as a keeper. Like that is your moment. A penalty shootout. That's where you can build your legacy. That's So Nick is a general, Sam is his sergeant. So like for Kepa, I understand. I would, if I was in his shoes, I would do the same thing. I'm not coming off. This is my moment. Like it's a penalty shootout. I'm gonna make myself a hero here. So I get that. What else do we have? Did you hear about that, Nick? Apparently that Munoz from Crystal Palace been arrested.
I've seen headlines like different players getting arrested at airports or something, but they never revealed the player.
Yeah, I don't think it's 100% confirmed. I don't think it's confirmed because they haven't revealed the name of the player, but people are putting two and two together. So he missed the Palace game yesterday, and he's 29 years old. And obviously, yeah, man, my FPL, he didn't. Yeah, me too, bro. He was in my FPL team, and he didn't play, but luckily I had a good bench. But yeah, so people are saying it's him, but who knows?
Guys, this is a real like gossip episode today, but there's just a lot of headlines after the weekend. It's too good not to go over them. But what was he arrested for? Or I mean, if it was him or the player, the said
allegedly,
player,
yeah, allegedly it was for assault.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, like this was the one where someone like on a early Saturday morning or something like assaulted someone.
I think so.
Something like that.
Yeah. In the West End, yeah. Out on a night out.
There was actually another.
Is he Colombian? Yeah, he's Colombian, man. He's got that. He's got that South American in him.
There was another player I read about. He signed. I forget the name, but he signed from Brighton for 30 million a couple of years ago, and he hasn't. I think it's for Brentford. He hasn't played for Brentford in like I don't know 6 months. Mali player. What's the Mali player? Bissouma.
Yeah.
Bissouma.
He was the one at Tottenham that he done the balloons.
Yeah. I don't want to say the words here that'll get us banned from the live stream, but yeah, inhaling that special balloon stuff. I think everyone knows what I'm talking about, but Yeah, he. It's actually the second time he did that. Apparently, there's a video circulating him, like inhaling this substance, and it wasn't the first time he did it. It was the second time he did it.
Yeah, he's been caught before. I don't know. Like, I just feel like it's just so stupid, bro. Like,
Yeah.
how old is he? How old is he?
He's 20, what is he? 29.
Bro, he's a big
29.
man. He's a big man. And he's doing childish things like that. Like, I don't understand it. I genuinely don't understand it.
Yeah. Because it's like he did that one time and then he got disciplined by the club. Now he's being caught doing it a second time. And he actually, I was reading this article, he actually hasn't featured for Thomas Frank since August because he was dropped due to repeated lateness, sidelined by fitness issues. It doesn't look good for him. Doesn't look good. I think he's going through something.
And that's the thing, guys. Like, Bissouma's a good player. Like, you've seen him play a few times, and he's a very good player. But if you don't have the right attitude, if your punctuality is off, like you're not on time, you're late, you're not doing the right things off the pitch, it will catch up to you. It will catch up to you. And now he's under the firing line, and he could lose. His contract could be terminated just because he's just not a serious kind of candidate. He's not a serious player who's doing the right things on the pitch and being a professional.
It shows in the physical side too, because I mean, look, I don't know if these things are related, but you can you can kind of draw the patterns. But there was an international game he played for Mali, and then in the first couple of minutes he got injured.
Exactly.
So
it catches up to you.
It catches up, like, yeah, it catches up. I think he lasted just 15 seconds. Let's see if this is true. So I think this is him. Let's see. I don't know what the injury is. Yes, he's down on the ground here. But apparently he just lasted 15 seconds after return from injury. Mali versus Madagascar.
Yeah, look, it's gone down.
Yeah. 15 seconds. But
I saw another comment. Let's touch up on something a little bit positive. But apparently, did you see the Cherky assist?
Oh, hasn't everyone?
Little Rabona.
I saw that, but I was like, why aren't people hyping that up more? Because that's better than any goal I've seen. Like, that's like Messi's never done that.
Do you know what it is? It's the English media, bro. If that was Foden, if that was Jack Grealish, yeah, they're hyping it up. They're saying, "Oh my god, like this, they've done this, they've done that." But because it's Cherky, like I don't know if people think like it's just normal for him because it probably is. Because if you actually watch him at Lyon and if you watch his career before Man City, he's unbelievable, like unbelievable player. But assist is a joke.
I mean, and the header is great too.
Great header. Great header.
Yeah,
not as good as Foden's pass. Oh, he says to me, "Don't kill me, bro." That was the funniest thing I've ever seen. I don't know if you saw that, Nick, right? But basically, when England were playing, I forgot the game. Foden just done a very normal pass to Eze, and Eze's done a spectacular finish that's gone in the top corner.
Yeah.
And the England commentary are like, "Wow, the way a pass from Foden is absolutely mesmerizing. It's unbelievable." And I was thinking, Eze's just done all the hard work. Like he's the one that's finished it in the top bins, and you're saying it's Foden. But yeah, man, the media's funny at times. I'll be honest. But what a header from Foden, and he's on fire right now. Phil Foden's on fire.
He is, and that's why he's vice captain in my FPL.
Is your vice, yeah?
He's my vice. He should be captain.
Listen, Nick, I've caught up to you, Nick.
I think you're a few points behind. We still got a match today. I think we're almost even on points. But the difference today, I was having a look at your FPL. There's one match today, Man United versus who they play?
Wolves.
So Wolves are bottom of the table. Man United should win, but you never know.
You got a Man United player?
Yeah, Bruno Fernandes.
Ooh, I've got Mbuemo. Come on, man.
Yeah. So we're both going to be rooting for the United win, but yeah, let's see.
2 goals. I want Mbeumo 2 goals tonight. I'll be a happy man. And then I got Senesi coming on for Munoz. Nice 8 points there. So even though I have Drewsbury Hall on my bench, bro, I can't believe I didn't start him. I'm a donut.
Yeah, I made a lot of changes last week. I put Thiago on, Fernandez. Basically, because I dropped Salah, it gave me all this budget to put on all these different players. I put Saka in, Thiago.
And now you got 5 free transfers because of the AFCON. So.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, you get 5 free transfers now because
you're right.
Because players are obviously leaving for African Cup of Nations.
So everyone gets 5 free.
Yeah.
I don't like the transfers. It's too much stuff I got to think about. I just want to select my team and play. But yeah, that's football. So we've spoken about all these different things. Just coming back to Mo Salah, I did have a clip from Rio Ferdinand of the way he reacted, but I feel like he's repeating basically what we already talked about. Maybe on the Mo Salah situation, I want to play one clip from Mo Salah, and I want him to be reminded. Mo Salah, if you're watching this, I want you to rewatch this clip. That it's you in an interview, and I feel like we should play it just because.
I couldn't believe it, but it's really disappointing.
So what is the one piece of advice you wish someone had told you when you were 18 that you've now learned, mate?
Make sure you're watching this, Mo.
I couldn't believe it, but it's really
this one. Here we go. All right.
So what is the one piece of advice you wish someone had told you when you were 18 that you've now learned, mate?
Work mentally. The work mentally is much more difficult than you work physically. I work in the gym almost every day, 1.5 hours. Sometimes I go home, most of the time I go home, I work again. But it's so hard to keep working in your mental thing 15 minutes every day. It's so hard. It's tricky. It's really tricky. Trust me. I've been doing it for a few years, and I'm telling you, just you sit with yourself alone for 15 minutes before you sleep or when you wake up. It's much more harder than you do the gym every day for 1.5 hours. Because your mind is going everywhere.
What do you think about in that time when you're doing the mental work?
Well, it's a lot of things to think about. It's a lot of things you want to achieve, and a lot of things a lot of situation you want to experience before it even happened. So when it happened, you're not surprised. You feel you experienced that you had that experience before. Sometimes you need to trick your brain to just lie to yourself, and your brain wouldn't make a difference between the real thing or the fake thing. So it's like you keep going into the process that you keep lying to yourself until you believe the idea that you want to put it in your brain.
So you visualize goals before they happen. You'll visualize playing at Anfield on Sunday.
90% of my goals I visualize in my head.
You've already told yourself you will score.
Yeah, 90% of my goals was like this, or even more.
That's incredible. How are you visualizing the Sunday goal?
This Sunday? No, you just visualize what you want to happen, and you keep repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. Sometimes not working, sometimes it just work. So it's.
I feel like Sam. I feel like what he needs to do. He needs to get on that plane to AFCON, or just spend some time with his family, maybe away for a couple of days, and just get his mind right again. You know, maybe he's in this football bubble. He's just going from game to game. He's not really getting a chance to process what's going on. Maybe he just needs a few days off.
I think so. I think AFCON has come at a good time for him. He needs a refresh. He needs to just go there, take his mind off things, and just come back fully recharged. Because obviously, and he's human at the end of the day. So this is obviously taking an effect on him, on his mentally, I'd say, more than kind of physically. So I think, AFCON will do him the world of good. He's also in Iran's group, so so look forward to that game.
Iran. Oh, guys, if you were here in the stream on Friday when we did the World Cup draw, it was just 1 hour of FIFA and their marketing and PR. So we didn't even get to the draw, guys. We did answer your questions, but we didn't even get to the draw. But I saw Iran. So who do Iran have in the group? And by the way, for context, Sam is Persian. He's Iranian.
Yeah, guys. So obviously, I'm half Persian, half English. So obviously, I'm going to support both teams. But yeah, so I think Iran got New Zealand, Belgium, and Egypt.
Yep. Meanwhile, I'm also mixed, guys. So I have Australia and Japan. So Australia in a group with the US and Paraguay, and the Americans apparently there's clips being circulating on social media. Americans were very happy that that they got drawn Australia in their group. They said, "Oh, this is great, Australia, Paraguay. We're going to go through." But guys, just wait and see, because Australia usually makes it out of the group most of the time. So
You reckon, yeah?
They're the underdog. Yeah. They usually get out of the group because they just, I don't know, they just have this grit to get out of the way. But you know what? Like with the World Cup these days, you have the third place.
Take care, Sesame. Yeah.
You have third place, and I think there's 12 teams that finish third, and the top 8 of those 12 go to the knockout.
Yeah, there's 48 teams now, isn't it?
Yeah, and I forget if Qatar also had 48 teams.
I don't think they did, you know. I think this might be the first World Cup 48. Jordan topped their group. Wadi! Man like Fahad.
Oh, Wadi! Mr. Train Effective MVP, 3 times camp guest.
Yeah, he's a Train Effective legend, man.
For context, guys, in the chat, right now on the TikTok stream, we have Wadi Fahad from, I always forget the country, Qatar.
Qatar.
And he's playing for a great team in Qatar, and I forget the name because I can't pronounce any of these teams. But Fahad has come to a Train Effective camp, not once, not twice, but 3 times in London. And I believe he's coming for a 4th time next summer, although it's unconfirmed. Is he coming a 4th? Wadi, let us know if you're coming a 4th time. Have you been speaking to him, Sam?
I have, but he hasn't given me the thumbs up yet.
And fun fact for everyone watching too, not only is Fahad maybe coming a 4th time, because it's going to be exciting again this summer, Fahad. We've got always new stuff happening, new coaches, new experience we're going to offer. Maybe the possibility of the Manchester one. I don't know if you've been talking to him about that, Sam, but I won't let people on too much. But Sam, there's been another group of players coming, and I don't know how much you can disclose of this, but there's a team in Spain. Okay, there's a player that came from Spain. Was it last year?
Yeah, last year. And
he's bringing in possibly his whole team.
He's bringing in right now a good 6-7 of his teammates with him. So, yeah, man, gonna be Spanish ballers. Going to be coming to the London camp. A lot of tiki-taka, so we're looking forward to having all those boys at the camp with us.
Spanish players, yeah. I look forward to the Spanish. You know?
You're dreaming.
If they're getting away from that, nice Spanish weather in the summer, and they're coming to London, which still has good weather in the summer, but probably not as nice as Spain, then that says something.
100%. I think that's what a lot of the players they want to experience, that kind of English football, that the culture, and because at the end of the day, there's nothing better than English kind of football. The Premier League's the best league in the world, so players want to come over, experience the best coaches who are working with all these Premier League academy clubs, who are all working with these elite academy players day in, day out, get the best coaching, get the best training, and feel like a pro footballer during the few weeks they'll be at our camps. And I don't think they'll experience that anywhere else. So when they do join the Train Effective camp, it's something different for them, and I think that's why so many players come back to our camps, because it's something that they know that they don't experience anywhere else. So it's something that they want to do year in, year out, and meet new players from all around the world, make friends. A lot of players still in touch with each other. There's so many players that meet up after their camps and stay in touch. So yeah, man, it's an amazing environment, the Train Effective camps.
We're just rewatching a video right now. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I'm looking at it again. I'm like, actually, this is a pretty professional video. We should be showing this a bit more. But you guys can see just the video we're playing.
Who's playing Wadi? I'm not watching it, bro.
That's what I'm going to miss the most. Coaches, friendships, and just the bonding.
By the way, on the Arab Cup, like,
family, you all come together. It's very.
what's happening with the Arab Cup? Is it an actual tournament? Is it a friendly tournament? I don't know. Who's playing? It's not even international break. I don't really understand what's going on.
I have no idea, I'll be honest. Shout out Syria for advancing. Facts.
Around here, everyone has the same goal in
Dr.
mind.
Mix a lot, yes.
Even the stadium tours.
Dr. Mix, legend, man. All Arab teams.
Shout out Syria. Are you
So what are you waiting for?
Dr. Mix? Are you
part
part Syrian or something?
Get the training you need to succeed from the best coaches.
Play on the
Take
FIFA.
journey to become
All
a
Arab teams, they play on the FIFA's name. Yeah, but what do you do if you're playing, like,
to find the right
I don't know, you're a Premier League player and there's an Arab Cup. Like, you're not going to the Arab Cup, are you?
I'm cool, Syria. No way. Sick.
So
what is the one piece of advice you wish someone had told you when you were 18 that you've now learned? Maybe?
Wait.
Work mentally.
The
work mentally is much more difficult than you work physically.
Wait, Salah in the Arab
I
Cup?
work in the gym almost every day, 1.5 hours. Sometimes I go most of the time I go home, I work again. But it's so hard to keep working in your mental thing 15 minutes every day. It's so hard. It's tricky. It's really tricky. Trust me. I've been doing it for a few years, and I'm telling you, just you sit with yourself alone for 15 minutes before you sleep, or when you wake up. It's much more harder than you do the gym every day for 1.5 hours.
I'm not sure what's going on here.
Because your mind is going everywhere.
What do you think about in that time when you're doing the mental work?
Well, it's a lot of things to think about. It's a lot of things you want to achieve, and a lot of things a lot of situation you want to experience before it even happens. So when it happens, do you not surprised? You feel you had that experience before. Sometimes you need to trick your brain to just lie to yourself, and your brain wouldn't make a difference between the real thing or the fake thing. So it's like you keep going into the process that you keep lying to yourself until you believe the idea that you want to put it in your brain.
So you visualize goals before they happen. You'll visualize playing at Anfield on Sunday.
90% of my goals I visualize in my head.
You've already told yourself you will score.
Yeah, 90% of my goals was like this, or even more.
That's incredible. Really? How are you visualizing the Sunday goal?
This Sunday. No, you just visualize what you want to happen, and you keep repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. Sometimes not working, sometimes it just works. So it's
Qatar and Tunisia. Oh wow.
2-2 against Tunisia. Yeah.
Big teams.
0-0 against Syria, Palestine. But then what? So Mo Salah plays for
Egypt.
Egypt. So what? They just play all their games without Salah because Salah's got better things to do with playing with Liverpool.
So wait. So how does it work with the Egyptian players? They play the Arab Cup and then they go and play the African Cup of Nations. Wow. Okay.
But that's what I'm saying, Sam. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, like what is so Salah, like top players like Salah, they're like, yeah, I'm gonna skip Arab Cup, but I'll play AFCON.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Liverpool would have wanted him to play both because he'll be away for so long.
Yeah.
So that's probably why they just said, you got to pick one. And I think African Cup of Nations is probably, I don't know, maybe a more important one for them, competition-wise. I don't know.
Yeah, it looks to me like just a warm-up cup, like a warm-up competition before AFCON.
Yeah,
that's how it looks like to me.
When Sam and Nick coming to Qatar, take us on me for any sporting events. When we going to Qatar?
Wadi.
I'll come. I don't think Nick can come right now, but I'll come.
We've been approached by different partners. So, for example, been approached a couple of times, more than a couple of times, to do 2 or 3 day clinics in a city. So let's say we come to Doha, we come for like 2 or 3 days. It's something that we're considering. Can we come over a weekend, like from a Friday to Sunday, let's say, and then you got football every day. Maybe we could do Friday evening, Saturday, Sunday. But yeah, it's something we looked at because players might be a little bit like, do I need to come to London, or maybe I should get to know what Train Effective is, or how they train people in person first. So it's something that we're looking at, but obviously we can't go to every city. So Wadi says if you come to Qatar, it won't be your last time. Wadi, I've been to Qatar. I was in Qatar 2014. I was there before those stadiums were built. I was there at the Aspire Zone. If we did a camp at the Aspire Zone, that would be a dream come true.
Wadi can sort us out, man. He's got the links.
Wadi, I'll tell you this, and that goes for anyone listening, by the way, on the podcast. This is a call to arms, call to action to anyone listening right now. If you are in any city in the world, you could be you could be Dr. Mixela in Dallas, or Fahad in Doha. So Dallas, Doha, doesn't matter where. If you think that at least 40 players would sign up for a 3-day clinic that we come, or 2 or 3 day clinic that Train Effective would come and put on, okay? And you think you could actually get 30, 40 players at minimum just by talking to your team, talking to your coach, talking to people at your school, maybe your parents know or your brothers know all these people. If you're very confident you can get 30, 40 at least, you're very confident, then reach out to us, because then with that information we can go, okay, all right, let's set this up. We know that Fahad can get 40 players involved and Train Effective can get more, maybe 40 more. And then it makes sense for us to come and see what all the fuss is about in a different city. So if that is, if you guys are listening and that is something, email me, okay? nick@traineffective.com, nick@traineffective.com, and just put in the subject line, camp partnership. I'll read it. I'll look at it and see if we can do something together. Sam will look over it, and maybe you'll see Sam in Doha doing a bit of a roadshow. Doha, Dubai, Riyadh, Middle Eastern tour.
Yeah, when I promised Wadi to come to Qatar, so he's been expecting me for months now, and I keep delaying it. So I have to go and visit him.
nick@traineffective.com, nick@traineffective.com. Send the proposal, guys. I promise you I'll look at it. If I don't reply, I follow up, because I get a lot of emails, but we can make it happen. But always a holy grail, the creme de la creme, the best camp in the world is that one. Where is that one, Sam? The best camp in the world?
Which one? The London ones?
Well, we have a camp in Miami starting this week. By the way, anyone in Miami, we still have non-residential spots, but you'd have to ask Sam about that. But London is that place, other than Miami.
Yeah. What are the probabilities of getting scouted if we go to your camp? It depends. It depends on how you do at the camp. If you do really well, and we feel like you're at the required level, then yeah, you're able to get scouted. We're able to help you out and recommend you to clubs for trials, etc. But it all depends on yourself and the kind of the level you're at. Yeah, that's what I would say. If you feel like you're ready, you feel like you're at the level, come join the camp and we'll help open doors for you. We'll help open up for you to go on trial to clubs, etc. Because that's the hardest thing in football. No matter how good you are, if you're not in the right environment where you have people that can connect you with these kind of clubs, it's very, very difficult to make it at a high level. So yeah, so if you feel like you're good enough and you just need opportunities, join a camp in this summer or in Miami, which starts on Sunday. Just if you want to join the Sunday one, it's obviously a last minute one, so just reach out to me as soon as possible. You can go on traineffective.com/camps, fill out the application page, and we will reach out to you ASAP. And then we can find the best camp for you.
Sam, do you want to take one more question and then we'll wrap it up?
Yeah. One question, guys. Wow, time flew today, guys.
Yeah, this is about Mo Salah and all this gossip, I think tomorrow we'll know if the Munoz situation is true or not, and that's what we have to start off with.
Saudi West Morocco right now. Watch it. I'll watch it after, bro. I need to go to the gym. Yo, man. Joe, yes, hello. Guys, last question. Who's got a last question for me?
Flynn, have a go tomorrow. Have a go tomorrow. And Fahad, I haven't seen the new Qatar. I will see it. We'll see it. But keep my proposal in mind, Fahad, because I know we talked about that at the camps last time. I remember we talked about that. You said, Nick, come to Qatar.
I need some ways to recover. I'm close to pulling my hamstring and I really need a training schedule. All right, Aston, this is what I'd say to you, bro.
Good question.
If you feel like your hamstring is currently weak and you feel like you're close to pulling it, it means either there's two things. You're either overtraining and also your hamstring is weak. So it can't take the load that you're putting it under. So what you need to do, first of all, rest it just for a few days, just to get the inflammation down a little bit. And then after that, start strengthening it. So getting on a kind of hamstring strengthening program where you're doing your hamstring curls, your Nordics, your bridges, loads of different hamstring kind of exercises you can do to strengthen up your hamstrings. Because, your hamstrings are so important. When you're playing football and you're sprinting, it's all with your hamstrings. Your hamstrings are the force. So if your hamstring goes, trust me, you don't want that injury. So yeah, strengthen it up. So rest for the next few days and then start strengthening it.
Yeah, and Aston, I don't know what your training schedule, your game schedule looks like. What I would say is that if you're in the off season and you don't have games that you need to play, just try and prioritize that lower body strengthening as much as you can. Like, do less of the football, less of the cardio, and really prioritize that with that lower body strength. If you are in season, however, try and do the lower body stuff after training or straight after a game, because you don't really want to be doing that stuff, especially if you're going in the gym and you're loading. You don't want to be doing it before training, before games. At least I don't like to. And you want to give your body as much time to recover. So, yeah. Very important. We have players at camps, train effective players at camps that will either provide them with foam rollers, or a lot of them guys will bring massage guns. And just after training, what they'll do is get the massage gun and then just have the gun on their hammies or just whatever sore areas. And for a lot of them, that helps. So if you got one of those Theraguns, massage guns, I think you could probably get one off Temu for really cheap these days. I don't know if they're any good, but yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Look at that. All right. Well, day 24 wrap.
Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Myself and Nick will be back again tomorrow for another day. Tomorrow's day 25, guys.
Oh.
So we're on the home straight now. But yeah. Any last words, Nick?
30 days dedication, day 24, will be day 25 tomorrow. We're still thinking about if we continue or how to continue after the 30 days. But guys, your suggestions, your comments are always welcome. So on the streams, let us know what you'd like to see. Otherwise, stay effective, everyone.